Hello, hello, I'm Kads, and welcome back to the free-to-play review. So today's topic is going to be the latest iteration of the summon pool, specifically the Holy Summon Pool. Yes, the Sacred Order Summon Pool, in other words. So lots of champions from the Sacred Order being featured. So the headline champions, of course, they have the Faction Unity champion in there because, you know, that's just normally how these things go. But the more main appeal, potentially main appeal for like the temporary event going on right now, the collaboration between Raid and Assassin's Creed, is of course including Basim, one of the assassins in the headline champion slot. So the 2% chance is split amongst both of them, meaning that you have a 1% chance when you open your shards that you'll get one of those two. However, there are also some other Sacred Order legendaries in the mix. Most of them are relatively underwhelming, but I do think there are a couple of gems here, diamonds in the rough. So Wixwell, of course, if you have Titus but not Wixwell, then you'd probably be heavily incentivized to shoot your shot for the chance to get Wixwell, even though it's a relatively small chance, but nonetheless, it is a chance. And we'll talk about how to get it in a few seconds here. And then Corvus the Corruptor, a decent AoE poison champion. He's kind of mainly for Demon Lord Clan Boss type compositions, really good for that. Buff extender as well. Block damage if you need it, just only block damage. Roshkar the Tower can do the work. I actually do use him now more often going into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles teams or turtle teams when they're on set on defense. Just he's my block damage champion AoE. I don't have a Helicath, unfortunately. Archbishop Pinthroid, I don't use him anymore, but he is a decent Hydra champion. Block buffs and the increased defense and a shield, a little bit of healing as well. Bivald of the Thorn is a decent Hydra champion as well, provoking that can provoke on 2 abilities, and he can still land his debuffs through weak hits, which is kind of useful. So he's affinity friendly in that regard. And then honorable mention to Martyr. I think she's still one of the most accessible champions if you want to break into hard mode Fire Knight stage 10 because of the counterattack increased defense, which allows you to counterattack with your entire team, but also use the faultless defense blessing to get a lot of hits into the shield depending upon your composition. And then when it comes down to the epics, couple of notable ones. Deacon, one of the best AoE decreased defense epics in the game. Fanax, one of the best single target nukers in the game with the block revive on the A1. And then Mordecai is one of the few affinity friendly AoE HP burn champions in the game. Granted, it's on a 4-turn cooldown. Now, as always, the rates are pretty standard at this point. So 6% chance to get a legendary, which means that there's a 94% chance that you're getting an epic, meaning that the most likely outcome, as I always like to state, is that you're going to walk away with an epic, assuming you go for the air quotes 1 free summon. And so just keep that in mind, that you're not going to get a legendary every time, in the same way that when you open a sacred shard, you're not going to get a legendary every time. So don't get your don't get your expectations too high here. But nonetheless, the 6% chance is split amongst the base legendaries and the headline champions. So as we talked about, there's a slightly higher chance that you get the headline champions, 1% chance for either of them, but the 4% chance is split across all 8 of these legendaries, meaning that you have a half of a percent chance to get any one of these individual ones overall, and then again the 94% chance to get an epic. 40 fragments is going to be the cost for this one, and the air quotes free summon is going to be, in this case, which is a little bit different. Usually it's some sort of soul chase or a Sand Devil tournament or Gear Ascension tournament, but in this case it is a challenge tournament, which is super fun. I love challenge tournaments. So it is Dragon's Lair, but with the twist, it has to be champions from the Sacred Order only. So if you get all the way out there to 2100 points, then you can earn yourself an air quotes free summon. So this might be tough, but I do have a video out on this topic already. So if you want to see want some tips as far as creating a team in the Sacred Order, then you can check out the video in the card in the upper right there. If you're also pursuing the Titan event in whatever milestone form, then you also would be somewhat incentivized to participate to at least get to the 1750 here, because there are 50 Titan points up for grabs. But that kind of depends on which milestone you're going for. I do know that the 5-star Cassandra Soul is not as popular amongst the community. In my case, as I mentioned, I love challenge tournaments, so I will be participating in this regardless. 1, because I need the Titan event points. 2, I do want the air quotes free summon. And then 3, I just like challenge tournaments. They're kind of fun. It's a new spin on old content, at least the way that I see it. So I will be going for that summon. And for me, I have my eye set on, of course, getting one of the assassins early. So if I can spend some energy, which is a nice, in-game resource instead of shards, to get one of the assassins early, then I don't have to worry about potentially participating in some sort of guaranteed event in the next few months or so. So that would be ideal but I haven't gotten a legendary from a summon pool in a very, very long time at this point, probably over a year. So I'm not getting my hopes up, just like I recommended for you guys, but you never know. There's always a chance, albeit small. And like I said, for the rest of you guys, if you don't have Wixwell, then this could be a decent opportunity to get him. It's not, the odds are very, very low. I'll reiterate once again, but nonetheless, there is a chance. And if you don't have him yet, then this could be your opportunity with, relatively low cost, because it's just energy and not any other type of more expensive resource, so to speak. But keep in mind that they have teased that there's going to be some event in the future this year where you're going to be able to go back and fuse old legendaries. So if Wixwell is the top of your list, then perhaps you should just wait for that one and just save your resources, especially if you don't care about the Titan event points as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for the free-to-play review of the Holy Summon Pool. Let me know in the comment section down below what your plan is relative to this iteration of the Summon Pool. Do you care about any and all of the legendaries, or is this a full skip for you based on it being limited to one singular faction? As always, if you did find this video helpful, then be sure to hit that like button down below. It really does help out the channel, and feel free to hit the subscribe button down below as well, if and only if you're enjoying the content overall on this channel, for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.